they would have rejected me. I would have been considered, you know, the dumb American, the blah, 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 because I wasn't savvy enough to figure out that kind of stuff. A lot of times, as supervisors, our employees, for better or worse, either see us in one of two lights. They see us as the person who knows everything, or the person that doesn't know anything. And so what we say and what we do is extremely important, because people will try to comply as best they can. And we need to understand what our power is and what our power is not. So safety, significance, and belonging. What were some other things that you noticed or you saw in that clip that's worth talking about?
One man's attempt to help the man he was shocking. Come on, mate. Give me an answer. Any answer.
Yeah. Yeah, he was really rooting for this guy. He was like, you know, I don't want to do this. They're making me do this. And it's so funny because the attitude that people had was that they were making me do this. Who is they?
It didn't seem like it took much. It just took, please continue. We need to finish this. Please continue. He didn't really burn, but didn't stray from that answer.
He said, please continue. You know your responsibility. You know what you're supposed to do with those blocks. Just do it. Right? Please continue. Please continue. I was watching a documentary about where our clothes come from. And the young lady made the statement that I would not do anything to harm anyone. But by the choices that we make in clothing, it could be harming someone. I mean, in the same separation that they've had between pressing that button and the impact that has on someone else, is the same kind of global distancing that we often have within our own buying and purchasing choices. We don't necessarily know, but did they necessarily know? Did they even ask? Do we even ask? Where really does this shirt come from, or where do these pants come from? The food that you eat, or the lack of food. I mean, there are places within the metro area that are food deserts, where you can't get real food within walking distance. So those are some of the things that. Ways in which we can impact each other, but sometimes we often don't think about. And why don't we think about it? Why didn't one of those folks really stand up and ask? Why do you think? Why do we not know where the tags, what that means behind being, made in Indonesia, and why do we not know the impact that those things have? It's one of the things that we don't know. What's that?
Yeah, we can't see it. We don't know.
We can't see it. We don't know. Is that the truth?
Or
We don't want to know. Because knowing then encourages us to have to do what? Change. And take responsibility for the things that we know. And so a lot of times it's just easier. Nope, I didn't see that. I'm going to keep walking. Right? I talked last time about people who are perceived to be homeless, or folks asking for money. How many of us actually make eye contact with them? We don't make eye contact with them. Why? We might have to give them $1. Or we might have to recognize that they exist, which then means that there's this whole other dominoes effect of why they exist. And then we have to talk about our society. And I have to tell you, on a day-to-day basis, that's just too tiring for me, right? Which means that I can lend myself to this kind of stuff. All right. So I want to show another video clip that speaks to what we were talking about earlier around being a helper, and how do you